Good morning. Welcome to Morning Special. 여러분 안녕하세요. 10월 30일 수요일 최수진의 Morning Special입니다. Some people like the taste. Others, the kick they get from the caffeine. And of course, there are those who just need to have it to start the day off. What am I talking about? Coffee, obviously. And now joining the reasons to drink this universal drink are health benefits. 네, 커피. 청취자 여러분, 최근 커피에 관한 재밌는 연구 결과가 발표됐는데요. 커피를 많이 마시는 사람이 장내의 세균 종류가 더 풍부하고 대장 전체에 고르게 퍼져 있어 결과적으로 몸에 좋은 항염증 물질이 더 많다고 합니다. 하루에 2잔 이상 마시는 사람을 대상으로 진행된 미국 소화기 내과 학회의 발표인데요. 소화기관에는 수백조 개의 미생물이 살고 있고 커피가 그 미생물들을 활성화시키고 그 결과 소화를 촉진시킨다는 겁니다. 청취자 여러분, 어떤가요? 저랑 커피 한 잔 하실래요? 맛있는 커피가 생각나는 아침입니다. What kind of coffee do you like to drink in the mornings? Let us know. And I'm curious to know if anyone would actually like to have a cup of coffee with me. Well, with that in mind, let me give you today's first quiz question. Coffee informally can also be referred to as a cup of this. 1번, a cup of Sue. 2번, a cup of Joe. 3번, a cup of Steve 중에서 골라주시면 되겠습니다. 청취자 여러분의 많은 참여 기다리고 있을게요. 퀴즈 정답 보내주신 분들 중에 총 5분께 쿨링 스포츠 젤 보내드리겠습니다. 또 여러분의 소식과 소감 그리고 방송 중 궁금한 질문 있으시면 보내주세요. 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045로 보내주시고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. And a hint to the quiz question is this person is not in the studio. All right, well, let's kick things off with today's global headlines. 세계 각국 언론사들의 어떤 헤드라인이 올라왔는지 살펴보는 시간입니다. Touch Global Headlines.
The number of temporary workers in Korea has accounted for over 36% of the country's total number of salaried employees as of August this year, the highest in 12 years.
비정규직 근로자가 올해 8월 기준 전체 임금 근로자에서 차지하는 비중이 12년 만에 최고 수준인 36%로 치솟았습니다.
Despite a nighttime curfew in Baghdad, an upsurge of violent anti-government protests have spread across Iraq.
이라크에서 벌어진 이른바 반부패 민생고 시위가 심야 통행 금지령에도 불구하고 야간까지 이어졌습니다.
A 6.6 magnitude earthquake struck the southern region of the Philippines on Tuesday at around 9:04 a.m.
필리핀 남부에서 어제 오전 9시 4분경 규모 6.6의 지진이 발생했습니다.
Indonesia's nickel miners have agreed to stop nickel ore exports immediately.
인도네시아가 니켈 원광 수출을 즉시 중단하기로 결정했습니다.
A Nepali mountaineer has set a new record after climbing the world's tallest 14 peaks in 6 months.
네, 30대 네팔 등반가가 8,000m급 14봉을 단 7개월 만에 등정하는 신기록을 세웠습니다. And for the headlines and more, I'm joined by Steve. Good morning.
Good morning. Did you have your coffee yet today?
No.
No?
Do you? No.
Oh,
not yet.
You and I are different then. If I am a big fan of routine. I think human beings are fans of routine,
That's
right?
true, yep.
And part of my routine in the morning, shower, quick protein shake, and then out the door. And I get a coffee. If I don't get that coffee, my morning is thrown off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I feel really uncomfortable if I don't have it.
You see, the thing is, I love coffee. It's not part of my routine, but normally I will still crave it. However, it's not great for my skin, so I'm trying to stay away from it. There's the dilemma.
You notice a difference in your skin if you drink
Well,
coffee?
that's what I've been told, anyhow.
Oh,
that
really?
I should try to cut my caffeine intake.
Well, how much
But,
caffeine were you drinking?
I mean, like 2-3 cups of coffee a day.
Okay, that's pretty average.
Yeah, not too much. I don't think that was the sole reason my skin got really bad not too long ago. But that was one of the things I was told by my doctor to reduce. And so I thought, I'll just go cold turkey and just cut it out. And maybe not, actually. I'm going to change my mind.
You know what they say, and you said it in your opening.
Yeah.
People drink coffee for that extra kick. Well, I read a long time ago, caffeine is a drug, right? So I read that you're not getting an extra kick.
You're not?
What you're doing is you're bringing yourself back to what you think is normal because you're addicted to caffeine.
Oh, dear.
Yeah, that makes it a little scary to think about it like that. But I don't care because it's delicious.
Me too.
Good morning to our listeners. Hope everybody has their coffee already today.
김희숙님이요. Good morning. 네, 커피 한잔 해요 하셨습니다. 네, 커피 한잔 하고 싶습니다. 그리고 끝번호 6692 쓰시는 분이요. Coffee is perfect on a rainy day. Oh, it really is.
Perfect
Love
on a
it.
sunny day, too.
Oh, that's true.
And a cloudy day, and a snowy day.
Any day.
Yep.
네. 서영진 님이요. 저는 카페 라떼를 참 좋아합니다. 점심 식사 후 한잔하며 짧게 산책하는 게 하루의 낙이에요.
When you used to drink coffee, what was your go-to coffee?
Just black Americano.
If you were, okay, black Americano, but if you were feeling a little fancy, what would you order?
Probably like a macchiato. What's it called?
Yeah, macchiato.
Yeah.
Me too.
Oh, really?
It's always black. It's either hot or iced. But if I'm feeling a little, like I have a little bounce in my step that day, then I choose a caramel macchiato.
Oh, sounds really good.
That's only for fancy occasions, though.
요술공주 통키님은요. 너무 추워요. 집 나왔다가 다시 집으로 가는 중입니다. 따뜻한 옷 입고 나오세요. 하셨어요.
쌀쌀하네요.
네, 쌀쌀해요. Wow, you've put that word to use.
Yeah, it's my new favorite.
남정현님이요. 오호, 이런 표현이 있었군요. 스튜디오에 없는 사람이라면은 크크크 하셨습니다. Choices today for the quiz question were Sue, Joe, and Steve.
Right.
Kappa Sue, Kappa Joe, Kappa Steve.
One of those answers is not in this room.
Exactly, and it means coffee.
Big hint for you this morning.
Exactly. Well, you know what? I'm just going to go back to drinking coffee.
Yeah,
You've made me want to drink coffee
You
again.
gotta be happy in your life, Sue.
It's true. The most important thing, I think, is to be happy.
You can still take care of your skin. Just do some extra face masks.
Yeah, and
sheet masks.
sleep early. I think that's the biggest reason I think
You know,
because I sleep really late.
Yeah, and water is great for your skin too.
Absolutely. All right. Well, let's go over the headlines.
Headline number 1 this morning, the number of temporary workers in Korea has accounted for over 36% of the country's total number of salaried employees. As of August this year, it's the highest in 12 years.
비정규직 근로자가 올해 8월 기준 전체 임금 근로자에서 차지하는 비중이 12년 만에 최고 수준인 36%로 치솟았습니다.
Government released some data yesterday that showed that the number of workers has risen, temporary workers has risen 13.1% on year this year. That means when we compare it to last year, a total of 7.48 million workers were non-regular workers, part-timers or outsourced laborers as of August of this year. That's up about 870,000 jobs from a year ago. Again, this is according to the data from Statistics Korea.
네, 그렇습니다. 전체 임금 근로자 수가 올해 8월과 작년 8월 약간 차이가 있습니다. 그것을 감안했을 때 올해 8월 기준 비정규직 근로자 수는 86만 명 정도가 됐는데요. 13% 정도 오른 수치입니다. 비중으로 봤을 때는 3%포인트 정도 올랐어요.
So Kang Shin-wook, he is the commissioner of Statistics Korea, and he told reporters, pardon me, that the double-digit growth in this category came after the Statistics Office, they adopted a new method that categorized more part-time workers as temporary workers. And then the reporters asked whether the data suggested that the quality of jobs has gotten worse. And Kang replied that he needs to analyze more data to correctly assess job markets.
그러니까 올해 8월 기준 비정규직 근로자가 이제 전체 임금 근로자 중에서 차지하는 비중이 12년 만에 가장 높다고 하지만 그런데 이제 정확하게 비교를 하자면은 이 수치가 정확하지 이게 뭐라 그럴까요? 그 기준 자체가 다르기 때문에 단순 비교일 뿐이다 이렇게 보고 있는 거네요. So it's a very simplistic comparison we're looking at here. But if you look into the specifics, it might not be the case.
Yeah, and there could be many, many, many reasons for this. In fact, I was speaking about this recently, that it's very rare these days, I think, when you find someone who only does one thing, only does one job.
Right.
You know, we live in an expensive city, we live in an expensive country, we live in expensive times, so people are always looking to supplement their income. That could be one of the reasons for this. Although I did find one statistic a little surprising. 47% of the non-regular workers were in their 50s and 60s.
Okay, interesting. All right. And of course, if we have irregular workers or non-regular workers going up, that may naturally mean that regular workers are going down, and statistics show that. 그렇습니다. 이제 비정규직 근로자는 급증했고요. 정규직 근로자는 급감했다는 통계가 발표됐습니다. Let's go on to our next headline.
Despite a nighttime curfew in Baghdad, an upsurge of violent anti-government protests have spread across Iraq.
이라크에서 벌어진 이른바 반부패 민생고 시위가 심야 통행 금지령에도 불구하고 야간까지 이어졌습니다.
So this is the fifth day of these anti-government protests,
Right.
and reports have said that 18 people were shot dead by security forces there.
Wow.
Local officials, it's interesting, they're denying that anyone was killed. Meanwhile, thousands of protesters, many students, they have defied this curfew that I mentioned in the
Right.
headline in the capital, Baghdad. They're angry. We've mentioned this before about corruption and unemployment and poor public services.
네, 그렇습니다. 통행금지령이 이제 아침 6시까지로 내려졌는데요. 그럼에도 불구하고 시위대는 거의 이제 아랑곳하지 않는 그런 모습이었습니다. 밤 늦게까지 시위가 이어졌고요. 지금 말씀해 주신 것처럼 시위 닷새째인 어제 이제 한 18명이 사망했다라는 소식이 일각에서는 들렸지만 그런데 그 현지에 있었던 관료들이라든지 정부 측에서는 사망자는 없었다. 또 이렇게 발표를 했거든요. 상당히 큰 차이가 있네요. It's a bit of a discrepancy in what they're saying.
Yeah, because the reports show that 220 people have died across the country since the demonstrations started.
Okay.
But in Karbala, that's a major center for Shia Islam, 18 people were killed. That's the number that I mentioned. But local police chiefs and governors have said that, even though there has been video footage of protesters running away from violent situations, that has all been fabricated. So the government is saying one thing, and then live footage and other people who have seen things live seem to be saying something else.
Right. And it seems that the people there in Iraq are calling for the end of the current political system, which came into force after the fall of Saddam Hussein.
Yeah, and after the first wave of protests, which began earlier this month, the prime minister, whose name, by the way, is Adel Abdul Mahdi, he promised to carry out a cabinet reshuffle and cut the salaries of high-ranking officials. He also said that he would allocate about $66 million to support the unemployed. He would also set up training programs for youths and build 100,000 homes in poor areas. But as of right now, that does not seem to have had an effect on the
Exactly.
protests.
They are suffering economically and financially. The funny thing is, Iraq is the second highest oil producing country in the world, and yet 60% 60% of the population live on $6 a day. So, I mean, very different statistics we're looking at here.
Hence the protests.
그렇습니다. 2003년에 이제 미국이 이라크 침공을 하고 사담 후세인이 축출됐었죠. 그 이후 이제 이라크에서 친미 정권이 들어섰는데 그때부터 이제 경제적으로 굉장히 많은 어려움을 겪고 있다고 국민들은 얘기를 하고 있습니다. 실제로 이라크는 OECD가 아니라 OPEC 2위 산유국임에도 불구하고 국민 중에 60%가 하루 $6 이하로 생계를 유지하고 있다고 합니다.
You know, seeing all these protests, this is a side note, seeing all these protests in all these different countries around the world, South America, we talked about Lebanon and people joining hands from the north to the south border. It makes you wonder about the power of the internet and where people in some countries are seeing people in other countries saying, no, we're not going to take this anymore.
Sure.
We should do something too. Makes you think about that, doesn't it?
Absolutely, it does indeed. All right, let's go on to the Philippines now.
Headline number 3 this morning, a 6.6 magnitude earthquake struck the southern region of the Philippines on Tuesday at around 9:04 a.m.
필리핀 남부에서 어제 오전 9시 4분경 규모 6.6의 지진이 발생했습니다.
This follows an earthquake that they had earlier on in the month in the Philippines. This one killed 7 people. It cracked buildings. Many were injured in the region. They are still dealing, or not still dealing with, they dealt with tremors as well. People were really, really scared. Of course, they ran into the streets after the quake. This hit the island of Mindanao, by the way, as schools and offices were opening up for the day.
네, 그렇습니다. 규모 6.6의 지진이 발생한 민다나오 섬의 다바오시 같은 경우에는 이제 인구가 이제 120만 명 정도라고 하죠. 민다나오 섬의 인구가 그렇다고 합니다. 그리고 지금 여러 가지 지금 외신 보도에 따르면은 사망자 수가 다소 차이가 있습니다만 스티브 선생님은 지금 이제 7명까지 얘기를 해주셨고요. 저는 이제 2명 사망했다라는 소식까지는 봤습니다만 계속해서 숫자가 올라가고 있는 것 같네요. 부상자도 수십 명이나 된다고 들었습니다.
So they say that this quake was quite shallow and potentially more destructive as a result of that. The shaking lasted for about a minute in some areas, damaging the buildings, as I mentioned. Classrooms and multi-story buildings were shaking as well. Like I said, it was earlier this month that another quake hit the same area and 5 people lost their lives there.
네, 그렇습니다. The Philippines is set on the Ring of Fire, they've seen this sort of earthquake, natural disaster happen quite a lot, and that's why people are worried every time a new earthquake happens. We might be seeing disasters similar to those in the past. 네, 불의 고리라고 불리우는 이제 그 환태평양 지진대 필리핀이 위치해 있죠. 그래서 이렇게 계속 크고 작은 지진이 발생하고 있는데 과거에는 정말 많은 사망자가 발생한 그런 지진들도 있었습니다만 이번에는 그렇지 않기를 바라겠습니다. All right, let's go on to our next headline.
Headline number 4, Indonesia's nickel miners have agreed to stop nickel ore exports immediately.
인도네시아가 니켈 원광 수출을 즉시 중단하기로 결정했습니다.
So the plan was to be in 2022, the year 2022, but they've brought that up to January 2020. The country's investment agency chief was talking about this, and this is interesting because Indonesia, I did not know, is the world's biggest nickel ore producer.
Yeah.
But the local smelting operating industry was suffering because much of the nickel ore that was being produced in Indonesia was being exported to other countries.
And smelted in other countries. What does it mean to be smelted?
They take the metal out of the ore. So local Indonesian smelters, they were suffering because the ore was being sent out to other countries.
And now they're trying to do that locally.
Yes, to protect the industry.
네, 그렇군요. Smelt라는 것은 이제 재련한다라는 뜻인데요. 인도네시아의 니켈 광산들이 즉시 이제 니켈 오어라고 하는 이것을 이제 수출을 중단하기로 발표를 했습니다. 니켈 원광 같은 경우 인도네시아가 전 세계 공급량의 4분의 1 가량을 생산한다고 하고요. 수출을 이제 중국으로 특히 많이 한다고 하죠. 거기서 재련을 많이 하는데 이번에 수출 금지 조치, 그러니까 수출 중단 조치가 내려짐으로 인해서 중국에 좀 큰 타격이 있겠어요. This could affect China in negative ways.
Well, it could affect the world in negative
yeah.
ways
Okay.
because when the supply gets cut off of something, the price goes up. And actually, this ban on exports in Indonesia has pushed nickel prices on the London Metal Exchange up nearly 40%.
Wow.
As a result of this decision.
그렇군요. 니켈 값이 이 발표가 있은 직후 굉장히 많이 올랐다고 하고요. Also, they say that nickel ore, nickel in particular, is used as one of the main proponents of electric vehicle batteries. And so Indonesia is hoping to be like the hub of EVs or electric vehicles in the future by keeping all of its nickel in its country.
Interesting. Do you know how much a ton of nickel costs, by the way?
I do not know that.
$17,000, but I have one that I will sell you for 6 cents.
All right.
1 penny profit.
Let's move on. Going on to our final headline now.
This man is amazing. A Nepali mountaineer has set a new record after climbing the world's tallest 14 peaks in 6 months.
네, 30대 네팔 등반가가 8,000m급 14봉을 단 7개월 만에 등정하는 신기록을 세웠습니다.
Nirmal Purja is his name, and he reached the top of his 14th mountain. It was Shishapangma in China on Tuesday morning. This guy, he is 36 years old. He joined the British Army in 2003. He became a Royal Marine in 2009, and now we have to call him a professional climber. He started this career back when he walked to Everest Base Camp in 2012 and then just decided, I think I'll go to the top.
네, 그렇습니다. 이제 8,000m급의 뭐 14좌라고 부르기도 하고요. 14개의 봉우리를 말하는데 이것을 물론 전부 다 등정한 분들은 참 많습니다. 우리나라에도 뭐 예를 들자면은 김창호 대장이라든지 굉장히 많은 그 분들이 등정을 다 하기는 했는데 이렇게 짧은 기간 안에 등정을 마친 사람은 이분이 처음입니다. 네팔 등반가 이름이 Nirmal Purja고요. 36세입니다. 7개월 만에 했어요. 다른 사람들은 보통 몇 년 동안 하는 것을.
Yeah, you mentioned the Korean climber Kim Chang-ho, right?
Yep.
That time was 7 years, 10 months, and 6 days.
그러니까요.
Much longer than the 6 months that Nirmal Purja used.
네, 그렇습니다. 또 예전에 한 10년 정도 됐나요? 10년도 더 된 것 같은데 그때 최초의 여성 등반가로 또 우리나라 이름이 지금 생각 안 나네요. 무슨 대장이었던 것 같은데 그분이 또 이 14좌 등정을 마친 기록을 세우기도 했었죠. 그런데 여전히 이제 몇 년이 걸렸었는데 이번에는 7개월 만에 정말 대단한 기록을 세웠다는 소식입니다.
Interesting that there are 14 mountains in the world higher than 8,000 meters, and many of them are in Nepal.
Yeah, that's right. Most of them, in fact.
Yeah, there's a few in Pakistan, I believe, but this part of the world seems to house the majority of the super tall mountains in the world.
Yeah. Oh, and I have the name of the first female to do that. 오은선 대장이었네요. 제가 이름을 지금 찾아보니까 나왔습니다. 예전에 그 여성 최초로 이 14좌를 등정했던 분도 한국인이었는데 사실 이제 여러 해 걸렸다는 뭐 그런 차이가 있습니다.
Amazing, isn't it?
It is amazing. Okay, well those were our headlines. Let's remind our listeners of the quiz.
Quiz question this morning. Coffee, informally, can also be referred to as a cup of... Number 1, Sue. Number 2, Joe. Number 3, Steve.
뭘까요? 짧은 문자 50원, 긴 문자 100원에 샵 1045고요. 반디 게시판이나 카카오톡 플러스 이용도 가능합니다. I think I'm going to have my cup of joe in just a bit. Maybe you'll have yours. Let's listen to a song. We'll be right back after the Turtles sing Happy Together. You're listening to Morning Special. 끝번호 0826님이요. 커피 얘기 그만! 출근 중인데 커피 너무 마시고 싶어요. 수진쌤, 정말 커피 한 잔 같이 하고 싶어요. 라고 보내주셨습니다. 저도 스티브 선생님 그만하세요.
Our morning barista Paul made us a delicious cup of coffee to
네.
enjoy. He made that during the song break. Thank you, Paul.
맞아요. 네, 저도 커피 한 잔 하고 싶습니다, 여러분과. 언제 또 한 번 기회가 되면은 우리 공개 방송을 할 때라든지 아니면 놀러 오세요. EBS에 커피 한 잔 합시다. 미리 연락 주시고요. 끝번호 6947 쓰시는 분이요. 아침에 사무실에서 내려먹는 아메리카노 커피는 충전 배터리 같은 존재랍니다. 아침 출근길 매일 잘 듣고 있어요. 수진님의 밝고 똑부러진 목소리에 반했어요 하셨습니다. 아우 감사합니다.
Americano. 좋아. Is that 10cm?
그런 것 같아요.
Yeah.
네, 10cm의 노래.
Is that the brother-sister duo?
I don't know if they're brother and sister.
No, that's a different group.
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, we have our coffee with us right now. It's delicious, I have to say. Thank you, Paul, for that. 신지혜 님이요. 언제나처럼 출근길입니다. 오늘 커피에 관한 얘기는 완전 제 얘기예요. I drink coffee every morning. I'm a big fan of coffee. 미국에 있을 때는 항상 box of Joe를 사서 수업 들으러 갔었어요. 그런데 왜 Joe인지는 잘 모르겠네요. 저는 아메리카노 완전 좋아합니다. Every day is coffee day 하셨어요.
How do the lyrics go? 시럽 넣지 마세요. 넣지 마세요. 아메리카노. Hey, don't listen. You're not the only one that's allowed to sing songs
I
in the
didn't say
morning.
anything.
You said it without saying it.
This is true. 네, 아메리카노 참 맛있죠. They call it different things in different countries, though, don't they?
They do, yeah.
Yeah.
Could be called mud.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
You've never heard of that before?
No.
Cup of mud.
Oh,
Yeah.
cup of mud. 진흙 한 컵. 이런 표현도 있대요.
Kind of looks like it, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I guess that's why we call it that.
It's called long black in Australia.
Oh, yeah?
Because it's long and black, I guess.
Guess so.
right. 조소현님이요. 저도 일어나자마자 무조건 빈 갈아서 커피 만들어요. If I skip it, I feel odd. 하셨습니다. Yeah.
That's what I was saying before.
Yeah, because you have to have your routine drink, I guess.
Yeah.
I
it
just have
feels...
a cup of water in the morning, but it's different.
Yeah, sure, water is good, but I totally understand what you mean, So-hyun Shi. It's not that it's not terrible. It's just something feels wrong.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, Steve, your story of having coffee in Canada after having coffee in Korea, how does that differ?
Well, when
Do you drink more here, do you think?
Well, when I came here to Korea, first of all, the size was surprising.
Smaller, bigger?
Smaller.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because at the office, just like we have these little tiny white cups,
Yep.
you know, in North America, Canada, and America, everything is bigger for
Big,
food.
yeah.
So
Venti
that was the
size.
first surprise. But then I got used to drinking black coffee.
Yeah.
And then I went back to
good.
Canada and I went to Tim Hortons. Have you ever been to Tim Hortons?
No.
It's basically the American or the Canadian Bucks.
Okay.
And I can say Tim Hortons because it's not here in Korea.
All right.
Anyway, I used to drink it with 2 milk and 2 sugar in Canada. And I went back to Canada after getting used to black coffee and it tasted like pure sugar cane.
Oh, dear.
It was so sweet.
Was it?
I couldn't drink it like that anymore.
맞아요. Did you know that Korea is one of the countries that drinks most coffee in the world? Koreans drink the most coffee. Well, one of in the world.
It's because people work like 18 hours a day here.
This is true. All right. Well, keep sending in your messages. Drink your coffee if you have it next to you. And send us your greetings. We have 5 cooling sports gels to give out in the first hour. 자, 그러면 뉴스 포커스 살펴보도록 하겠습니다. 미국에서 최초로 평화의 소녀상이 설치된 로스앤젤레스 북쪽 소도시 글렌데일의 프랭크 퀸테로 전 시장이 LA 주재 일본 총영사로부터 소녀상을 철거하라는 압박을 받았다고 폭로했습니다. Let's listen to the story.
A city council member from Glendale, California, claims he faced pressure from Japan's consul general in nearby Los Angeles to take down a statue honoring Korean victims of Japan's wartime sexual slavery. Frank Quintero said the Japanese consul general in LA, Akira Muto, who assumed the post this year, had said that his sole duty as consul general is to have the statue removed. Quintero, a former mayor of Glendale, played a key role in bringing the bronze statue depicting a young girl to the city in 2013. The statue was the first of its kind to be established in the United States. 4 more have been installed in various locations since.
네, 최근에 LA에서 위안부 다큐멘터리 영화인 주전장 상영회가 있었다고 합니다. 그런데 상영회 이후에 질의응답 시간이 있었는데요. 거기서 참석 중이던 LA 전 시장이죠. 퀸테로 전 시장이 사실은 LA 주재 일본 총영사로부터 소녀상을 철거하라는 압박을 받았었다. 이렇게 폭로했습니다. He said he received threats as well from various people, lots of sort of hate mail, and
To take down the statue.
Yes, yeah.
To take down something means to remove it, but it's the opposite of put up. So if you think about things that we put up literally, like curtains in your home or a painting on the wall. I put up a painting, but I don't like it. I'm going to take it down. But we use this about internet posts commonly as well.
Okay.
If you post something negative about your company, maybe your coworker will advise you should take down that post.
그렇군요. 철거하다라는 뜻도 있지만 우리가 인터넷상으로 뭔가 이렇게 글을 쓸 때 그걸 내리기도 하잖아요. 내리는 것도 마찬가지로 take down이라는 표현으로 표현할 수 있습니다.
One more example of the way we can use that is to defeat an opponent where you were not the favorite.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so if Canada plays Korea in soccer, who is the favorite?
Korea.
Of course. So if Canada wins, never happened. But if they did, you could say Canada took down the Korean football team by a score of 2-1 or something like that.
그래요. 운동 경기에서도 take down 그러면은 상대방 편을 완전히 이렇게 뭐라 그럴까요? 깔아뭉갰다. 속된 말로. 그러니까 이제 내리다 철거하다라는 뉘앙스가 운동 경기에서는 어떤 상대방 팀을 지게 했다라는 의미로도 이해할 수 있겠네요. Is there another expression you'd like to go over?
Yes, so this Japanese consul general Akira Muto said apparently that his sole duty as consul general is to have the statue removed. Your sole duty is the only responsibility you have. So if you are a parent, then maybe you would say that your sole duty is to keep your children safe and well-fed.
그렇죠. 여기서 soul은 S-O-L-E인데 유일한 단 하나의 라는 뜻입니다. 그래서 sole duty 그러면 유일한 임무라는 뜻인데요. LA 주재 일본 총용사가 나의 유일한 임무는 이 소녀상을 철거하는 것이다 라고 얘기를 했다라는 이제 폭로가 있었어요. Let's listen to the story one more time.
A city council member from Glendale, California, claims he faced pressure from Japan's consul general in nearby Los Angeles to take down a statue honoring Korean victims of Japan's wartime sexual slavery. Frank Quintero said the Japanese consul general in LA, Akira Muto, who assumed the post this year, had said that his sole duty as consul general is to have the statue removed. Quintero, a former mayor of Glendale, played a key role in bringing the bronze statue depicting a young girl to the city in 2013. The statue was the first of its kind to be established in the United States. 4 more have been installed in various locations since.
자, 두 번째 뉴스 포커스입니다. 어제 아르헨티나 대선에서 좌파 알베르토 페르난데스 후보가 승리했다는 소식 전해드렸는데요. 이에 따라 극우 자이르 보소나로 브라질 대통령과 상당한 마찰을 예고하고 있습니다. Let's listen to the story.
There is a palpable anti-neoliberal wave rocking Latin America. Mauricio Macri was hailed as a savior, but he ended up just becoming another fall guy. On Sunday, Argentine voters pulled the plug on his time in power. Earlier this month, mass protests in Ecuador against an unpopular package of austerity measures saw President Moreno reverse his decision to scrap billions of dollars in fuel subsidies. In Chile, the largest protests in a generation saw more than 1 million people take to the streets of Santiago to protest an increase in subway prices.
네, 브라질의 보소나로 대통령과 아르헨티나의 이제 새로 대통령이 된 페르난데스 대통령 같은 경우에는 굉장히 그 정치적인 성향이 다르다고 합니다. 그로 인해서 만약에 갈등이 심화가 되면은 머커소라고 하는 남미 공동 시장의 어떤 앞날이 굉장히 위태롭다, 불투명하다라는 관측들이 나오고 있어요. In fact, some people are saying a Merco exit could be looming, like Brexit, right? So,
Really?
yeah.
Well, this is kind of what I was talking about before. It seems quite the coincidence, doesn't it? That all of these different countries around the world, their citizens are protesting at the same time. I don't think it's a coincidence. I think it's the power of the internet and the sharing of information.
I agree.
And people are saying, you know what? These people in this other country are doing it. It's time for us to stand up for ourselves as well.
All right, well, let's go over a few expressions here.
Palpable. There is a palpable wave rocking Latin America. Palpable. This is a fun expression. It's a fun word. Palpable.
Yeah.
Palpable. 3 syllables. It's a feeling that is so intense, it's like you can touch it. So let me give you an example. Sometimes in the summertime, it is so humid outside. You feel like you can reach out and grab the water from the air. The humidity is palpable. Sometimes it's something different. Tension.
Yeah.
If Sue and I have an argument because she says, I don't like your singing, and I said, I don't understand anything you sing at all. Well, then it's awkward.
Yes. And the
Should we go over another expression?
I mean, like, if you want to. I mean,
Our listeners can feel the tension. The tension is palpable. It's like you can reach out and grab it.
그렇습니다. 여러분 느끼셨나요? 조금 전에 스티브 선생님과 제가 굉장히 사이가 나쁜 듯한 연기를 좀 했는데요. 이렇게 손에 만질 듯한 무언가를 palpable이라고 합니다. 실제로 보이지는 않지만 보일 듯, 손에 만질 듯 굉장히 그만큼 뚜렷하다라는 뜻이죠. 그래서 palpable anti-neoliberal wave라고 했습니다. 그래서 지금 라틴 아메리카의 신자유주의의 어떤 웨이브, 파도가 치고 있다. 그게 마치 눈에 보이듯 굉장히 뚜렷해지고 있다라는 뜻이죠.
So the examples I gave were negative, but it can be positive as well. It's positive in this article, and another positive example would be if you went to a World Cup game in 2002 where Korea won, the energy would have been palpable.
palpable, 맞아요.
Yeah. Anyway.
2002년 월드컵 당시에 어떤 그 열기는 정말 palpable 했죠. 손에 만질 수 있을 듯 정말 뚜렷한 그런 에너지가 있었습니다. Okay, what's another expression here?
Right. So on Sunday, we talked about it on the show. Argentine voters pulled the plug on Mauricio Macri's time in power.
Right.
If you pull the plug on something, it means that you stop that thing from operating. Think about your vacuum.
Yeah.
And then you pull the plug literally out of the wall.
그렇죠.
Right? So that's what the voters did. It's a figurative meaning, of course, but they eliminated that thing from operating any longer.
네, 그렇습니다. 뭔가를 제거하다, 멈추다라는 뜻의 pull the plug on 뭐뭐뭐라고 하면은 우리가 보통 이제 콘센트를 뽑듯이 아니면은 욕조에 있는 플러그를 뽑듯이 뭔가 끝낸다라는 뜻인데요. 전 대통령인 마우리시오 마크리의 임기가 이제 이번 투표로 인해서 끝났다. 이런 뜻으로 이해하시면 되겠습니다. Alright, let's listen to this story one more time.
There is a palpable anti-neoliberal wave rocking Latin America. Mauricio Macri was hailed as a savior, but he ended up just becoming another fall guy. On Sunday, Argentine voters pulled the plug on his time in power. Earlier this month, mass protests in Ecuador against an unpopular package of austerity measures saw President Moreno reverse his decision to scrap billions of dollars in fuel subsidies. In Chile, the largest protests in a generation saw more than 1 million people take to the streets of Santiago to protest an increase in subway prices.
All right, we're going to take a song break, but first, remind us of the quiz.
Okie dokie. The question is, coffee informally can also be referred to as a cup of blank. Is it number 1, Sue, number 2, Joe, number 3, 스티브?
네, 변은경 님이요. 저도 방금 커피 만들었어요. 모스와 함께 커피 한 잔. 나의 모닝 에너지 하셨습니다. That's great. Well, I hope you're all feeling rejuvenated and energized. Let's listen to Aretha Franklin with a very energetic song about respect. We'll be right back. All right, let's take a look at our next news focus story. 자, 다음 뉴스 포커스입니다. 유튜브에 북한이라는 키워드로 검색했을 때 조회수 1000만 뷰를 넘긴 영상이 10개에 달한다고 Voice of America 방송이 보도했습니다. 이를 두고 VOA는 북한에 대한 전 세계 네티즌들의 호기심과 관심을 반영하고 있는 것으로 보인다. 이렇게 평가했습니다. Let's listen to the story.
Yonhap News cited the Voice of America as reporting that when searching North Korea on YouTube, there are 10 related videos that have exceeded 10 million views. Topping the list is an 8-minute, 8-second video showing the urgent moment North Korean soldier Oh Chung-sung had when he decided to defect to the south via the Joint Security Area in Panmunjom in November 2017. It had 19.4 million views as of October 29th. Coming in second is the video of Indonesian diplomat to North Korea Jaka Parker, where a North Korean soldier is seen buying kimbap and buchimge. More than 18,000 comments were left, and the video has been viewed over 17 million times.
It's remarkable because you think of North Korea as the hermit kingdom, you don't know much about it, and yet there are videos on this famous site that we talked about there. 10, in fact, that have more than 10 million views.
That, to me, is not surprising.
It's not?
No, because, I mean, maybe the fact that the YouTube videos exist at all, that might be a little surprising.
True.
But the number of views is not surprising because the curiosity that the world has, where we have nothing to look at, nothing to watch, really. So
Sure.
if a video pops up on YouTube, you'd probably watch it.
To be clear, a lot of these were not made in North Korea. They were made in other countries, America, for example, talk shows talking about North Korea, right? Yeah. So tell us about this and some of the expressions here.
Yeah, so the number 1 video on the list is this video showing the urgent moment when a North Korean soldier had decided to defect to the south. Urgent. Urgent means emergency, meaning we have to do this right now, meaning we cannot wait.
그렇죠. 뭔가 굉장히 긴급하다, 급하다라는 의미의 urgent가 여기서 쓰였는데요. 그 10개의 비디오 중에서 이제 가장 조회수가 높았던 것인가요? This topped the list, right? 조회수가 가장 높은 게 이렇게 그 탈북하는 그런 내용의 비디오라고 합니다. 아주 그냥 긴급한 그런 순간들을 설명하는 비디오였다고 하죠.
We're in the middle of our news focus story. Can I go to the bathroom really quickly?
Is it urgent?
It's urgent.
No, I'm sorry.
Example number 2, when you cannot wait to do something, right? Meaning you cannot wait. You literally cannot wait when something is urgent.
맞아요. 지금 선생님이 생방 중인 건 아는데 화장실 좀 갔다 와도 돼요? 너무 급한데 이렇게 말씀해 주셨습니다. 그때 쓸 수 있는 표현이 바로 It's really urgent.
Yeah, right. It's a nice way to say I cannot wait. By the way, that was just an example.
네, 그렇습니다. Okay, and as of...
Yeah, it had 19.4 million views as of October 29th. So as of means up until that day, up to that day.
그렇죠. As of 하고 무슨 날짜가 나와 있으면 우리는 보통 몇 월 며칠 현재라고 하죠. 근데 그런 뜻입니다. 그날까지 그날을 기준으로 했을 때 이제 이렇게 조회수가 19.4 million이었다. 이런 뜻이네요.
If Paul, for example, was very late for work one day
Yep.
and I came here at 7:15 a.m. and Sue asks me, where's Paul? He was late today, right? And I could say, I don't know. I haven't seen him. But as of 7:15, he wasn't here then.
그래요. 어떤 시간이나 날짜 기준으로 그때 당시에 이랬다라는 뜻으로 이해를 하시면 되겠습니다.
By the way, quick point about this one. We
Yep.
cannot use this expression for future times.
Of course.
Right?
그렇죠.
Yeah.
과거에 대한 얘기만 가능합니다. Let's listen to this story one more time.
Yonhap News cited the Voice of America as reporting that when searching North Korea on YouTube, there are 10 related videos that have exceeded 10 million views. Topping the list is an 8-minute, 8-second video showing the urgent moment North Korean soldier Oh Chung-sung had when he decided to defect to the south via the Joint Security Area in Panmunjom in November 2017. It had 19.4 million views as of October 29th. Coming in second is the video of Indonesian diplomat to North Korea Jaka Parker, where a North Korean soldier is seen buying kimbap and buchimge. More than 18,000 comments were left, and the video has been viewed over 17 million times.
It's time to check the answer to the quiz. You're drinking it right now. I want to
Sorry.
drink mine too. What is it, Steve?
I had an extra sip there. Coffee informally can also be referred to as a cup of blank, and that blank is Joe, number 2.
You know what? I looked up the expression cup of Joe and why Joe in particular is used.
I don't
and
know,
I
yeah.
found out an interesting fact. Now, some believe that the origin of this dates back to a ban on alcohol on U.S. Navy ships in 1914.
Okay.
The man who placed the ban was Secretary of Navy Joe Daniels.
Okay.
Therefore, after this, the strongest drink a sailor could get on a ship was coffee.
I
They couldn't
see.
have alcohol, so they were like, oh, let's just have a cup of Joe then.
Yeah,
You know?
because Joe was the guy.
The guy that banned alcohol
I
on
see.
ships.
I see. Oh,
That's what
that's
they
interesting.
say. 저도 새로운 걸 알게 됐습니다. 이 cup of Joe라는 표현이요. 뭐 여러 가지 유래에 대한 설이 있지만 가장 유력한 것은 1914년에 그 당시 이제 해군 장관이던 조 다니엘스가 항해를 할 때 절대로 술을 마시면 안 된다라는 그런 법을 만들었대요. 그래서 항해사들이 뭐 그러면 조 한 잔이라도 마시자. 그러면서 가장 마실 수 있는 센 음료가 커피였다고 해서 만들어진 표현이다. 술 대신에 조 이런 의미로 쓰였다고 하네요.
What about, very quickly, why is it called an Americano?
I don't know.
Because back in the day, a
Yeah.
long, long time ago, in Italy, right, this American guy, they don't drink coffee with water in it in Italy. It's espresso. They drink espresso.
Right, yes.
But for the American guy, it was too strong. So he asked them to put some water in the espresso.
And that is the Americano.
It's for the American. Let's call it the Americano.
그랬군요. 또 새로운 걸 많이 알게 됐습니다. 이탈리아에서는 보통 이제 에스프레소라고 하는 그 커피 진한 거 이거를 작은 거를 이제 보통 마시는데 옛날 옛적에 미국인이 한 명 딱 이탈리아에 도착해서 이거 너무 진해요, 너무 세요, 물 좀 섞어야겠어요. 그랬더니 아이고 이 사람 뭐야, 아메리카노 식으로 마시네라고 하면서 이제 물을 섞은 커피를 아메리카노라고 불렀다.
I don't know if that story is true. It's just one of those legends,
Sure,
right?
sure.
Yeah.
All right. So the answer, of course, is a cup of Joe. 2번이 정답이고요. 노호영님, 전효경님, 박순희님, 황정현님, 그리고 6947님 축하드립니다. 쿨링 스포츠 젤 보내드릴게요. 스티브 선생님, 오늘의 표현 뭔가요?
Urgent, because I want to review this because we can use this in business English all the time, right?
Okay.
So if someone says, oh, hey, I sent you an email about the project, you can say, oh, can I reply on Monday or is it urgent? Meaning, do I need to reply right now? If someone knocks on your door and you say, oh, I'm a little busy. They say, oh, it's okay. I'll come back later. It's not urgent.
네, it's urgent 또는 it's not urgent가 오늘의 표현이 되겠습니다. 급해요 아니면 급하지 않아요 라는 뜻이죠. All right. Well, if you're still urgent for the toilet, we'll let you go.
Thank you. Have a great day, everybody. We'll see you. It's Halloween day tomorrow.
I know. See you tomorrow.
Is somebody going to be dressed up
Maybe,
tomorrow?
maybe.
Have to tune in tomorrow to find out. We'll see you then.
Okay. Coming up in hour 2, we have Say What and also Travel with Alex. This is Guns N' Roses, Sweet Child of Mine.